Ladies and gentlemen, live from Topgolf in Atlanta, Super Bowl week, obviously a day before it. There's one man that has all the inside scoops and tips.
Except for you.
Exactly. I break news too.
Exactly.
You do.
Yeah, by the way, I do break news.
Well, that's why I'm saying one man who has all the scoops. That's not exactly true.
You're right. There is multiple men who have the scoops.
Exactly.
It seems as if this guy
And
is...
two of them are sitting on the couch.
Three, he also breaks
I
news
did.
too.
Every once in a while.
Diggs get scoops too.
Yeah, Diggs gets scoops.
I got one.
Diggs.
Does Connor get scoops?
No.
Hey, a few Patriots news here and there.
Anyways,
No,
Adam
nothing breaking.
Schefter. Adam Schefter, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Adam! I should have given you a better intro. That's on me. I'm a little bit tired. It's a long last day
Well,
here.
you guys have been sleeping here, eating here,
that's a factual statement.
showering here, going to the bathroom here.
Is Super Bowl week a huge week for inside scoop guy, or is everything kind of buttoned up at this point? Is that kind of the way it goes?
You know, in all honesty, Super Bowl week is a week for glitz and glamour, and you guys lounging out at Topgolf. Like that's
We're outside of all the glitz and glamour.
for me, it's not my kind of week. It's fun and enjoyable, but I'm not sounding like I'm no fun.
Nothing's
I don't go to any parties.
Us either.
I don't do anything. Like one of my bosses said to me, I had the best night I've ever had in my life at the Super Bowl. He was with a Uber driver, and the Uber driver started flashing nude pictures of herself to him.
Here we go. Good for that guy.
And then he went to an Imagine Dragons concert.
Let's go. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
And lightning.
And the thunder.
And
Feel the
lightning.
thunder. And the lightning. And the thunder.
Yeah.
I like Imagine Dragons.
So I've never. Well, I could say now I've been to an Imagine Dragons
you go.
show.
Yeah,
We
just
did
did
it
it
for
you
Super
can.
Bowl, right?
By the way, we look awfully similar to the Imagine Dragons Mormon folks.
If I grow out this rat tail a little bit, I am the lead singer. of
Connor's in the
Imagine
band.
Okay, so everything kind of shuts down. Are we getting into scoop season because there's moves to be made, there's trades to be made, draft picking? I mean, we are getting into scoop season.
You tell
almost.
me, Scoop. You tell me what's coming.
I might be signing with a network.
There's a scoop.
There is a scoop. Which one? Who knows? Will I be independent? Probably. We'll see how it goes. Representation's shit.
What are the exactly? What are the chances that you're hosting like ABC World News Tonight and supplanting David Muir?
There is, I can say this with the utmost confidence. There ain't a motherfucking chance that was going to happen. But everything else is on the table, Mr. Schefter.
You're allowed to say that on air here, huh?
Yeah, well, we're on the internet.
No,
Yeah, you
He's
Okay.
hosting a competition between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, so you could throw the ball the farthest.
Have you heard about that? Did you see that all start?
No, I didn't see that, but that's a great question.
So on the internet yesterday, Josh Allen said on Barstool Radio, he said that he could outthrow Patrick Mahomes and he would like to do it. Patrick Mahomes on Twitter scoops you and gives his answer himself, not through you, and says that he would
Insulting,
like.
but okay.
Who's going to make this happen? And I think I would like to hear, who do you think would win that?
It's a great question.
I think Patrick Mahomes wins that.
I don't know. I think Josh Allen wins it.
I think Patrick Mahomes in warm-ups with no steps, flick of the wrist, goes 80 yards every
That's
single
exactly.
week.
Well, that's he does go 80. But you know what? Josh Allen's a monster.
He is an absolute monster.
Yep.
They're both monsters. Honestly, that's a coin flip. That's like Patriots Rams.
So there is a particular gambling website that we associate with that I won't mention with you here, so you don't get into any shit. It's legal. They've offered up $100,000 to charity for the winner, and
So this is going to happen.
I think it's going to happen. I do believe it's probably going to happen because I assume another company will put up
as
even
long as
more.
the suits don't get in the way.
As long as the suits don't get.
What are the chances that we could get them on the Adam Schefter podcast to talk about the upcoming event?
Well, I think pretty good. Adam Schefter, you are
Yeah,
a
I'm
big
sure you
name. Do you know that players go to you to get scoops, like to find out what's happening with their own teams?
And you.
Well, I
you.
literally went to you to find out what was happening with my own team. Like when Vic Ballard got hurt in practice, they whisked him off in a cart. Nobody knew what was happening. He was our starting running back at the point. I get back into the thing, and it was like, I think your tweet was like, Vic Ballard blows his Achilles at practice. I'm like, did he? I didn't even fucking know that. I didn't even know that. And
I didn't know it either.
And you made it happen, and it's like people just find out stuff through you. Is that a lot of responsibility?
I think it is. I mean, again, I don't view the responsibility as informing people, the players of practice, as to what happened to their teammates. I view it more as making sure you don't mess it up, because if you do, I think people are just waiting to.
Oh, if you get something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Tony Romo.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Romo's going to get one wrong, I think, in the Super Bowl, and I'm not happy about what's going to happen to him.
That's why I purposely say things wrongs all the time, so that people don't take me
Lower
seriously.
the expectation.
Exactly. That's a good way
Think
of
of
going
something to think about,
Diggs.
Schefter.
Yeah.
Have you ever got something wrong?
Wrong? I've been doing it for 30 years.
Let's go. 3 decades.
30 decades.
Way older than me.
Way
older than me.
3 decades. 30 decades. It feels like 30 decades. I'll say that right now.
Have you?
I'm sure I have. Yeah, well, there are things that happen this year, as an example.
Okay.
I remember the Rams were playing. I believe it was an afternoon game at Arizona. I was talking about it with a Rams guy this morning. I had breakfast with a Rams official.
Okay.
And I was actually at breakfast when Ryan Fitzpatrick walked into the restaurant. We're at a restaurant at 7:30 in the morning, and here comes a guy in a huge beer with a bunch of kids. And it was Ryan Fitzpatrick, 7:30 in the morning. And I was having breakfast with the Rams guy, and we were talking about this incident. So this is a good one. So I'm talking to the Rams that morning, and they say, we think Gurley's going to go. We think Gurley's going to go. We're optimistic. He feels good. We've rested him all week long. So on the pregame show, I essentially repeat exactly what was told to me by the people making the decision. They're optimistic he will play.
He did
And then,
He did not.
2 hours before the game, they decide, you know what?
We're
Doesn't look great.
3-score favorites against the Arizona Cardinals.
He doesn't look great. Well, you know what? Let's err to the side of caution, and they decide to shut him down. Now, I'm just telling you, in the fantasy football world, people are pissed off because it's a late game.
And there's a lot of money in that world.
Yeah.
Well, people are trying to win their championships and get to the playoffs and all kinds of things like that. And so,
Scoops.
Scoops, it just happened. I'm about
Which
to
phone?
2
Get
phones.
'em all out.
He
Get
just
out.
whipped out 2 phones with big box.
let me call you back in a couple minutes, okay?
No, you can do that. We got time. We'll mute the microphones.
Hey, Coach.
Let's go. Yeah, I wish that you would have let that happen for us. I wish you would have let that happen
So-
right there.
Anyway,
Fuck.
2 hours.
Call back. Do it.
2 hours before the game, they say he's not going to play. And so Todd Gurley's inactive. Well, I thought you said that they were optimistic he's going to play. They were.
They were very optimistic.
They were very optimistic. Like, what do you want me to do?
But you're not wrong there. You didn't guarantee he was going to play. You said they were optimistic.
Yeah, but people take optimistic and translate it into he's playing. Well, I thought he was going to play.
Yeah.
Based off what I was told, but then he didn't. So, am I wrong now? I guess I am, right?
I don't think you are, because you said that they were
You
optimistic.
worded it very well.
Yeah,
if-
that's.
if you said he was
let me say
going to
this.
play.
I am very careful
Yes.
You have to
about
be.
every single word that I use.
That's like WWE, by the way. It's like Modern Family. Every word could potentially be a callback later. That's literally for you. Every single word matters, because if you get one of them wrong, is this a sometime, always, never a question?
It's not like the Dolphins will hire Brian Flores when the Super Bowl is over, even though they probably will. They plan to hire him. Like the Colts.
Who tells you that?
Bland.
Does Brian Flores just call you a me? I feel like that's what happens. Everybody does things, and they're like, all right, you know the next move. You call Schefter right now.
No, it's written into the ESPN contract with the NFL that NFL coaches and officials have to call me before they divulge exactly what they're going to do.
New head coaches get in there, they read their contract. I
Look-
know Schefter had something.
No, it's an easy job.
Listen, if you're going to pay the NFL $1.8 billion a year, the least
There
you
you
can do is
go.
get that included in the contract, right?
Oh, yeah.
ESPN and the NFL have an incredible relationship. You are a huge part of that. A huge part of that. Do you see the future of the NFL staying or getting bigger with ESPN, or do you think the NFL is going to kind of pivot more digitally?
I think we're at an interesting area in the NFL's growth. I don't know where this is all going. Like the next round of television contract talks, I have no idea whether the games are going to stay right where they are. ESPN.
Would you know that
Fox
information,
and-
or are you more players and stuff like that?
Well, I don't know that I would know it. I might know it. I might stumble into it. It's not something I'm digging for, but my antenna is up for it. I'm curious about it, not so much because the public cares, but because I care.
Yeah,
because
everybody
it impacts
is.
our world. Like, are the games going to be on DAZN? Are they going to be on YouTube, Netflix, Amazon? Like, where are all these games going? What is the league doing? The one thing I feel confident is the league is going to try to squeeze every dollar it can out of whoever it can.
Yeah, break that news. Break that news right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. NFL is going to squeeze every dollar it can. Per sources. You're right there. You've been spending a long time at Top Golf.
The per sources was just so, because I do feel like you guys do that a lot.
Per
Yeah.
sources.
Yeah,
That's the name of my fantasy football and fantasy basketball team.
That's good.
Per sources.
It's good.
I feel like that happens on a regular basis. Though something is said, and then if you just tag per sources at the end of it, it's automatically legitimized.
I had a gimmick for a while that you would break news, and then I would quote tweet it and put "can confirm."
What was that right there?
Per sources, how were you? 3-6-0, not great.
No, but hold on. Standings.
Per sources, 79, 54, and 2, number one in the West.
lifetime.
Not
Let's
too
go.
shabby there.
So
I
there's
take,
point
I
in
take
time
my
I was-
NBA fantasy very seriously.
So you do a lot of NFL work. Will you ever dive into the Woj world, or if it falls
you a
to you,
little
do
bit
you
last
send
year?
it to Woj?
Yeah, no, I've done some NBA sidelines. I love that. I consider that to be my professional vacation. That's
What
like,
if you get breaking news, though? Do you send it to Woj? Is that kind of like the respectable thing to do?
no, I would love to kick Woj's ass with that stuff.
Let's go!
Hell yeah.
I like that a lot.
Hey,
I love Woj. He honestly, he's incredible at what he does. He's become a great friend of mine. We talk all the time. I have tremendous respect for what he does, and Woj's job is safe.
he's been breaking news all weekend. Is he
He's been
trying to
unbelievable.
steal the Thunder a Super Bowl weekend here? Or
Well,
what?
somebody called me yesterday and they said, okay, here's the deal. During NBA free agency, or right before the NBA Finals begin, you have to drop an NFL, an Adam bomb, not a Woj bomb.
Yes.
I like that.
Have you been saying Adam Bomb for a long time?
Not a long time, but I've tried a couple of times. When
That's
we
a
came about Woj.
great,
It works.
great
Plays.
shirt. You should start selling merch. An Adam Bomb with you, like on your
I need
phone.
good representation to have that done.
Well, neither of us got that shit. Neither of us got that. An atom bomb would be beautiful. The Sunday morning, so in the news world, it's like the Friday afternoon news dump is
Yeah.
in the world news, like the actual news world.
Yeah.
Feels like the NFL has this thing where it's the Sunday morning so that they can get it out there. Maybe it gets a couple hours and then the games will steal the attention.
No, that's not how it works. What happens is we have these shows, and so a lot of stuff I'm just kind of putting in my pocket during the week, and I'll be like,
Save
oh,
it for the show.
Sunday
Okay.
morning. Now, there's certain.
Are you scared somebody? So, like on social media, if I don't get a tweet out before somebody else, like it's dead by then. Are you ever scared? Like, if I don't get this out, somebody else is going to get it? Is that the
Well,
type of thing?
I mean, you wonder certain things, and sometimes you'll roll the dice and gamble, and every now and then it'll blow up on you. But more often than not, it doesn't. And you usually know what you can and can't save. You usually know what people might or might not know, and you just
is
go
it?
from there.
Who is it?
Oh,
Who is it?
let it fly. Let it fly. Let it fly.
Atom bomb. Let's go. We need an
It
atom
was
bomb.
Vic Ballard. He's done it.
Hey, could you tell me where Antonio Brown's going? What's going on with him?
What are you
I'm a
hearing? What are
Steelers
you
guy.
hearing about Antonio Brown? He went to the Bahamas, came back with a new mustache. I don't know what's going on.
Is that how you gauge things with his mustache? By his mustache?
Well, I think the internet is. Actually, that's literally what the internet is doing currently.
The only thing I think right now is I think he gets traded. I mean, I don't know where he's going to go. That'll be one of the biggest storylines of the season. We want to break that story the week of the NBA Finals, as the NBA Finals
Yes.
I
begin.
would prefer
Yes.
it to
Okay.
be much sooner than that.
The
I would
eight-
like to know
It will
much
be-
before the draft.
Unfortunately, it will be much sooner than
Yes.
that because he's due a $2.5 million roster bonus on March 17th. So that's the unofficial deadline to have him traded by then. So we can't hold off on that until Woj's NBA Finals begin and we dump it on his lap. You know, the way that he dumped Anthony
We'll just
Davis.
do it.
and
We'll just do it during,
Porzingis
during
on us
March
this
Madness.
week.
Just break it during March Madness.
I mean, come on, Woj, have a little respect for.
the biggest
decency.
game of the
Yeah,
year.
come on, Woj. Let the news wait, man. Just stick it in your pocket.
Like he does, like a gentleman does.
You like an acorn. Treat it like a squirrel with an acorn. Put it away for a cold day, and then follow that stuff the Monday after the Super Bowl, man. Come on.
Woj, you bury that nut in your mouth and you wait until the Super Bowl's over and you put that thing out there just like a squirrel would
I would
do.
say there hasn't been a lot of NFL news this week.
Super Bowl weeks are always quiet.
Unless there's an injury,
It's
like
not
there's a question about someone
It's not a
playing.
news
Yeah,
week
yeah.
for sure. It's not what happens.
Well, Schefter, I appreciate you, man. I thought we were going to maybe get an atom bomb or two here, but
Didn't.
it potential to happen. I mean, now that I'm seeing him just operate here, because
did.
normally you're on the phone, so I don't get to see you. You have pulling out two phones, both with like OtterBox cases out of your pockets, with them both calling you at some point. It's the most Schefter moment
It's
of all
actually
time.
blown up quite a bit here.
I see that. You're getting a lot of it.
Atom bomb. Atom bomb.
Is it text messages or calls normally? Anybody slide in your DMs and send you?
Very rarely does that happen. Every now and then, like, there'll be a DM that I noticed from like 6 days ago. You know,
Could have got it.
Pat McAfee signing with the network. Damn, I would have had that story before.
Yes.
Is that one you would like to break?
If you want me to break it, I'll do that.
That would be.
Well, I think if you break news, it makes everybody think it's a lot more official than,
Yep.
than you know what I mean? It could be anything.
There was a point that I wish I still had it. it was much before I got with Pat.
I got a great story.
When I lived in Pittsburgh, and I saw Revis in the South Side, and it was during a time of Pittsburgh, and it was during a time when he wasn't signed anywhere. And I actually DM'd you, and you asked where, and then I replied back, but that was it. There was no reporting on it or anything like that.
So I replied.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because you're an investor. That's what you are. You're on nonstop.
There are a lot of people, but this week actually, I got a call from somebody, and they said, how come you didn't let us know in advance that you are reporting that Julian Edelman and Chris Hogan are being investigated for a racial slur from the AFC Championship game?
What happened?
Excuse me?
Is this an atom bomb right now?
Hold on. I'm going to show it to you. So hold on.
Atom bomb. We just boom, 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 boom.
Hold on.
Bang, bang, boom.
You're gonna like
an atom bomb just happened. We just won the week.
Okay.
There's an atom bomb.
What does this say? Look at this.
The NFL is investigating Patriots Julian Edelman and Chris Hogan for using possible racial slurs towards several Chiefs players per Adam Schefter.
Okay, see this,
guys?
guys?
It's already bombed.
Can I show it to everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the guy goes, how come you didn't give us a heads up on that? And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, you're reporting that they're being investigated for possible racial slurs. I'm like, I never reported that.
Oh.
And he goes, it's on Bleacher Report. I go, what are you talking about? So he sent it to me. Now, take another look, Pat. And what do you notice?
That
It's
is
a fake Twitter account.
It's
It's a
fake
fake
Twitter
Twitter
account. You know, people get Adam Scheftered all the time. The
Happened to me-
fake, the
happened to me last
Schefter.
week, I think.
Yeah, people get faked all the
It's
time.
Bleacher Report.
Oh, it wasn't even Bleacher Report.
Did you?
They stole the.
Did you have to send them a message like on how the internet works?
I told this person who called me, I'm like, take a look at the Twitter handle.
It's report.
And it says Bleacher RAPORT.
Those damn trolls.
People trolling out there.
And so this guy
What kind of world we live in?
actually, to be honest with you, one of the players noticed and called it the attention of somebody who called me.
You know what we know, though? It only has one like. Like, that person should have known. If it only has one like and it has two players that are going to be in the Super Bowl being racist, that thing's going to go. It only has one like. We're all good.
Yeah, and
By
that's,
the way, I thought we were getting one right there. It turns out we got trolled.
we got a pipe bomb that detonated like that. That was defective. It was a defective atom bomb.
Mr. Schefter, we appreciate you. I love following you. The Adam Schefter podcast, I was a guest on it, and it's
It
incredible.
was the finest episode I had.
You're a great host, though. You are a great host because
I
you
don't know
only
about that.
pop in on ESPN with just little bombs, like little atom bombs, like, bah, 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 bah. We think that's going to happen. They're like, thank you, Adam. Go back to your little library you're in or whatever.
Yeah, go back to sounding like Frank Caliendo. Right?
But hearing you actually like host, it's a very great experience. I think you do well with
I
it.
appreciate it. It's great to be with you hosting, and I look forward to your network debut.
Hey, you'll break the news?
If you let me.
You know, when I retired, nobody wanted to break the news. Like, I think we were trying
I wasn't invited to that press conference. I wasn't big enough.
Oh.
Yikes. Let's end this show.